COVID-19 has changed the world irreversibly and in ways we haven't yet come to terms with. How we live, how we travel, how we work, and how we do business will never be the same. But there are some things that will never change. The important things, like the need of connection and community, the desire to make things better for the next generation, and the resourcefulness, ingenuity that are unique. Resourcefulness has always led us to the new ways of doing things. Now it propels us to the disruptive, to the transformational, to the digital. We all understand the value of using technology as a tool to improve the way we operate. Digital transformation, however, allows us to reimagine what business should be based on what customers need and use emerging technologies to make that happen. Due to unforeseen worldwide events in the paradigm has shifted. Before digital transformation was an eventuality, now it is necessity. And while every economy is facing its ups and downs, digital transformation can help companies accelerate growth, productivity, and improve their human experience. The possibilities of digital are infinite. Just imagine how robotics could ensure that supply chain keeps on tracking, how digital platforms could allow citizens to access services wherever they are, or even how the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence could pick up on change in behavior that could alert about potential problems sooner. Understanding the opportunities and the challenges opened up us by the digital economy and preparing for what the next in the future.
5G is conceived for a super-connected and super-intelligent world. 5G will become a powerful technological platform, inspiring many new applications, new business models, and even new industries. Five G is on. This is the beginning of new era, and it's time to seize the opportunities. 5G will bring a fresh perspective to our lives. 5G will inspire the future in unimaginable ways. Simplicity leads to a greater performance. A greater performance will lead to desired results. Everything is set and ready. The time is now. 5G is on, bringing ubiquitous connectivity. 5G is leading the way to a better future.
Founded in 1987, Huawei is a leading global provider of information and communication technology, infrastructure, and smart devices. Huawei has ranked 49 on 2020 in the Fortune Global 500, which is an annual ranking of the top 500 companies worldwide. Huawei has developed its product and service in more than 170 countries and regions. Huawei have more than 197,000 plus employees and about 105,000 employees working in research and development. In market progress, Huawei revenue for 2020 total $136.7 billion. That was lower than more 19% revenue growth in 2019. Huawei have served 45 of the world's top 50 telecom operators as well as 1/3 of the world's population. From the business area, in carrier network, 77% Huawei's revenue generated from the carrier network business is from world top 50 carriers network business. And then in the enterprise business, 253 Fortune global companies worldwide have chosen Huawei as their partner for digital transformation. And the last, from consumer devices, Huawei's global brand awareness increased to 93% in 2019.
As we can see, COVID-19 pandemic gave huge impact to our entire life. It brings a lot of problems and troubles. But on the other hand, the pandemic also gives the opportunity and change. Everyone agree that COVID-19 disrupts the digital transformation, and it gives huge opportunity for development 5G technology business in the future. Huawei needs to create scenario planning to make sure the successity of scenario for their post-pandemic business future with 5G business. There are 5 stages of scenario planning, starting from orientation, exploration, scenario creation, consequence and option, and integration. Now I'm going to explain the first stage of scenario planning process, the orientation. It consists of several items, starting from given users, key focal issues, scope, time period, given participant, and understand business idea. In here, we can see Huawei as the user would like to bring the 5G technology to help digital integration in Indonesia in the year 2027. Then, to complete this orientation stage, we need to understand for the business idea.
Next, I will explain about the business idea. As a part of the process of building scenario planning, we must begin by understanding business idea. A business idea may be defined as a method for a company to generate long-term profit. In this business idea diagram, begin with understanding what is needed by society. All issues related to our business that are being needed by the community can be our reference in capturing the need of the market. Related to this potential, Huawei believes that in Indonesia, the public passion for technology has been hampered by a lack of sustainable internet network connection. As we all know, business e-commerce has been rapidly growing in recent years, but it appears that a sufficient network is still needed to support this rapid expansion, particularly in rural areas across Indonesia. The organization may then use creative insight to seize those possibilities that are still available in the current business corridor. The availability of 5G appears to be able to meet this demand, and it will undoubtedly assist Indonesia in competing in the global market against industrialization that have already implemented this technology. In the next stage, after looking at our opportunities and abilities, then the company found distinct competencies with this differentiating factor to be able to generate what was already highlighted in the first and the second stage. When it comes to 5G and digital transformation, Huawei does something that sets it apart. Huawei has capacity to adapt to the digitalization world in the form of a transformed mindset, which is in Huawei digital transformation. It is led by its board of director or business leader, not just its CEO or CTO. Transform organization, meaning by Huawei that has set up a dedicated organization consisting of the head of all business department. Huawei has also established the Transformation Management Committee chaired by its rotating chairman. Transform the culture. It is the first culture in order to be able to accept any possibility change, including technology. Transform method is Huawei has
proposed three lines of digital transformation, which is business object, business process, and business rules. Huawei has also developed a complete set of methods to guide its business and IT department in transformation. And transform model, which is in Huawei digital transformation, is not just about evaluating the relationship between existing system and future development. It is also, and more importantly, about managing this existing system better. Furthermore, from the existing competencies, distinct companies identify the competitive advantage, that is, how are they different from competitors. Huawei relies on global collaboration to keep most of its business up and running. Huawei core network in numerous nations increases the possibility of making reasonable attack. The next step is to guarantee that the value we create is sustainable, that we can always generate a financial surplus. Huawei is proficient in a variety of strategies, including the multi-stakeholder approach or response and participation from stakeholders including the private sector, interactive dialogue among the policymaker, academic, and industry experts on the current state of digital connectivity, challenge and potential toward a more digital ecosystem. Following that, when company understand how to maintain value and generate result, the company will make an investment decision. This choice was made to assure how we can survive and expand, as well as what particular investment the firm is doing to accomplish this. Huawei does its investment by sharing data to guide policies and deliver public service, and then by providing digital solutions to achieve resilience. The following step is to pay attention to the resources that the firm possesses, capabilities and resources that what make us distinctive are ours to apply in the business. Huawei recognized that the most fundamental resource processes by global corporations such as Huawei are talented, intelligent, and consistently adaptable human resources in the face of change. Furthermore, significant resources such as Huawei expertise and experience in the number of developed nations may be the key to Huawei's success in Indonesia. Furthermore, the research will go through a separate competency stage, followed by a return to competitive advantage state, and so on, as a cycle that is always essential to generate a sustainable profit for Huawei businesses.
This slide will discuss about CLD causal loop diagram for 5G integration in digital transformation in Indonesia. Before we build scenario planning, we need to know the current situation for 5G integration business and also the interrelationship between the variable that may be correlate for 5G business. So as we can see here that many stakeholders involved in 5G such as customer, government, application vendor, telecom infrastructure provider. For the outcome for this 5G integration actually is 5G business integration itself, which will be influenced by many variables. Here many variables that supporting each other and become reinforcing loop, so it will enhance digital transformation in Indonesia. But there is also the balancing loop, which is represented by security issue for 5G. As we know that 5G now become issue with the security. Is it safe enough for the customer or not? So for the key outcome of 5G business integration, there is 6 here for factor or variable that influence the integration. First is telecom investment, which is higher investment will impact to the integration, will be faster mostly. And then the second one is customer number, can be for personal usage for private and public company, or application vendor, which is the customer for 5G business. And then the third one is for 5G quality. If we have better quality for 5G, it means that customer will be satisfied, and then the 5G market will be getting higher, and also the integration system will be faster. And then the fourth one, from government regulation, government will focus on bolstering the competitiveness on the manufacturing sectors. And then the fifth one, educational platform. This education platform also will accelerate the business, the 5G integration, which is upgrade educational service supply and also the governments. And then the last one is 5G price, product price. So when the investment getting higher and then the price also getting higher, it will also influence the 5G integration, and then also the 5G business itself.
Okay, next is the driving forces of our scenario planning. What are the key factors and technological forces that impacting our scenario planning? The first one is global inclusiveness and collaboration. Promote the development of technology standards, industries, and global economy at large. The second one is digital disruption and transformation, involving broad aspects from digital mindset, organization, culture, methods, and models. The third one is robust infrastructure. With good signal coverage and stability can mitigate much of the negative economic impacts resulting from the pandemic outbreak. The fourth one is the integration. It is the integration of existing 4G network with new 5G networks through holistic coordination and precise planning. The fifth one is economic recovery. 5G advancement will become the backbone for economic recovery in many regions. Next is the synergy of tech domains. It is the synergy of all 5 tech domains in the telecommunication industries, which are the connectivity, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and industry applications. Next is the digital skills and literacy of society, ensuring the importance of good data governance and strengthening cybersecurity. And the last one is the user experience. So the telecommunication carrier should prioritize user experience and spend money where it's needed most to maximize the value of existing networks and prioritizing affordability of new technology. And then, what are the critical uncertainties? The 2 most important key factors and driving forces with significant uncertainty. The first one is government support. High government support, including the planning of development and expansion of infrastructure, and policies and financial support to industries in general. Meanwhile, low government support means no real contribution of government to the development of the technology, or even making policy that contradicts the advancement of technology. And the second uncertainty is consumer demand. High consumer demand means the digital literacy and skills of society already reaching highest level and demands smoother user experience to the new technology. Meanwhile, low consumer demand, including the lack of urgency to use the 5G technology on daily activities, and current technology already sufficient to support their daily lives.
Okay, thank you. In here, I would like to explain about the third stage of scenario planning process, the scenario creation. The 2 critical uncertainties that we get from previous stage, we put into the axis to create the scenario framework. The government support, we put as a y-axis, and customer demand into the x-axis. Then, it will create 4 different quadrants or 4 different areas for each scenario that Huawei can implement and planning. We put different name for each quadrant to understand better about the situation and the strategy for each scenario. In here, in the left bottom quadrant, for low consumer demand and low government support, we call it old mindset. For the high consumer demand but the government support is low, we call it locking potential. The third quadrant, for the low consumer demand but high government support to accept 5G technology in Indonesia, we call it educate the society. The last one, as the government support is very high and also the consumer demand in digital is high, it will create the most positive situation and we call it dynamic society.
Okay, thank you very much for your attention. In here, I wanna explain about implication and option according to GSMA 5G could account for as many as 1.1 billion connection by 2027, one cover 1/3 of the world population. The first is government law and demand law. Implication is how low impression in the power of 5G. Our option is set up mindset in the society about the power of 5G. The second is carry of the bad effect of 5G for the device adaptation. Our option is 5G network will adapt to application and performance. The third is expensive of 5G technology. Our option is creating new income source for operation and community due to 5G. The third is ineffective operation cost when use 5G as a main technology. Our option is a beautiful platform for digital life with 5G for 24-hour support robotic machine for cost efficiency. The second stage is government law and demand height for locking potential. Our implications are the first, lacking ultra-high capacity communication system with low coverage cost effectively. Our option is 5G network will rely on 3 key elements. First is spectrum, infrastructure, and backhaul. The second is ineffective working experience with 5G in the government mindset. Our option is operate more and more new network 5G technology for daily life, increase the capacity of the 4G by a factor of 1,000 times. The third is low flexibility based on distributed cloud architecture and processing in society. Our option is development of 5G standard reliable device terminals and network architecture with upgrade globally. The last implication is uncovered integrated network graphics and artificial intelligence computing acceleration capabilities. Our option is offering government as customer powerful, predictable, and differentiate service experience with 5G technology. The third stage is government hike and demand law with focus on education for society. We give society wings to fly with education. Our implications are the first, low development strategy behind digital education platform. Our option is educational data across ICT platform with 5G will help upgrade educational service supply and governance. The second is assisting old mindset education and the traditional ways of school are run. Our option is 5G educational development goals. First is digital 5G campus construction for all schools. The second is boosting digital application and literacy. And the third is building a large-scale internet class educational platform. The third is urgently need high-quality resource library that's suitable for all academic stage. Our option is establishing a big data management application platform with ultra broadband 5G series. The last is digital campus solve the decade. Our option is improve teacher ability to use digital resource, optimize external resource, and create original resource. The last is government hike and demand hike for dynamic industry concentration. Our implications are first, government has long focused on bolstering the competitiveness of the manufacturing sector. Its option is increase the level of automation the manufacturing sector from less than 10% in 2018 up to above 40% by 2030. The second is attract substantial foreign direct investment and capture significant export revenue. Our option is the industrial sector stands to benefit tremendously from the new capabilities with 5G, such as the remote control operation of industrial machinery. The third is 5G as the heart of this transformation toward automation and industrial revolution, with option applying technologies such as Internet of Things, robotic, 3D printing, AR, and VR. And the last is digital transformation, focused on the remodernizing factories such using 4.0 industrial revolution with our option empowering workers with better digital tools. People will work side by side with a robot in the factory environment for 24 hours. Future Factory, the answer lies in examining how digital technology are transforming the manufacturing sectors, the three core functional areas. In here, augment worker for shop floor capacity robotic with VR and VR, and then digital twin for supply chain optimization with industrial IoT, AI, or and ML. And the last is augmented production continuous customer experience with IoT and industrial industrial cloud. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much.